Hi Pisces, welcome back to the Astrology 33 channel. This is your September 2023 tarot reading. Thanks to those of you who like, viewed, shared, and subscribed to the channel. I appreciate all of that. For those of you new to the channel, as far as what we have in front of us, the Celtic crossbird as always, and I also pulled 4 agreements, wisdom, the oracle, and Mudra card for you guys. We're actually going to start the reading off by rolling those astrology dice we have in front of us to get an idea of where your focus should be as far as that goes. Alright, we have Venus. And at the time of recording this, we still have Venus retrograde in Leo, and it'll still be retrograde early in September. It'll start direct motion around the middle of the first week, and it'll still be in its post-shadow period through the rest of the month, more or less. And for you guys, Leo energy represents your 6th house of health, work, and daily routines. So it could be a focus on shifts with that. All right, 1, so that would be you guys, your house, and really, there's going to be a full moon toward the very end of August. So, of course, that would make sense that there would be some focus on yourselves in that regard. And then also, of course, we have Neptune that's been in your sign for quite some time, and Saturn as well. So, plenty of energy going on in your sign. And then we have Taurus. And Taurus is 3rd house energy for you guys. 3rd house points to communication, short journeys, and siblings. And we've had Uranus in there for quite some time. And when we have the new moon in the Virgo around the middle of September, it's going to make a trine with Uranus and Taurus. So it definitely help you with some communication around that time. All right, moving on to your main spread. We have in the main situation position the 8 of Cups, which is a Pisces card. And challenging that, we have the 3 of Cups, which is a Cancer card. So what I'm seeing primarily with this could just be saying that for some of you, you might be walking away from something that possibly doesn't fulfill you anymore. And with this coming up in the challenge position, maybe that's going to mean that you might end up breaking away from some connections in the process, right? So super generic example, just because I'm looking at cups, right? So let's say you and your friends tended to always go out drinking when you would socialize, right? Maybe for whatever reason you're feeling like you've outgrown that. And now the disconnect there is, of course, if that's all your friends like to do when they socialize, then you're not really going to be able to go out and socialize with them as much, right? So it could just be one of those things, but you might ultimately decide that it's for your higher good to do so. All right, in the foundation position, we have the Lovers. So this is a Gemini energy here, and I feel like this is saying that for some of you, you might have just been guided intuitively to move away from that type of cycle, right? And also this could just be saying that things might be worked out behind the scenes for you guys as well. So it could just be one of those things where the timing might have been right for you to leave a situation behind. And also this could be saying that as you do so, you might have new connections brought around to fill that void. All right, past energy position, we have the 6 of Wands, so Leo energy here. So yeah, could just be saying that you might have been experiencing a lot of success, popularity, and recognition in the past, right? So for some of you, that might have even made it harder to leave that situation behind because maybe it was gratifying on some level from an ego perspective, even if it wasn't necessarily the healthiest dynamic to be in. All right, in the present position, we have the Chariot. So yeah, to me this looks like another indicator here. This is the major arcana card for Cancer, by the way. Looks like another indicator here that you are being just called on a karmic level, and you're probably going to feel it energetically, just called to a new thing. So, and it looks like it would be a healthier thing as well, of course. But yeah, that's what I'm seeing with that. All right, and in your future position, we have the Devil. So Capricorn energy here. And to me, this usually points to karmic cycles. So I feel like this is saying that in the near future, you might find yourself tested, right? So for example, like I said, just because it was a practical, tangible example we could give, given all the cup energy, right? So let's say, again, that you say, oh, you know what, not really into the whole going out and getting drunk to socialize all the time, right? So you distance yourself from that. But then you might have a moment where you're tested, right? Where you might feel like, okay, well, now I feel a little lonely because, like, all my friends do that, right? So, oh, now I'm at home alone. I don't know. They want me to come back out, right? Should I do it? So it could just be one of those things where you might feel that tug at your energy there to see if you're fully past the cycle or not. The position of your influence in a situation, we have the Hermit. So this is actually the major arcana card for Virgo, which is your opposite sign, and will be in Virgo season for the first few weeks of September. So yeah, it could just be saying that you're looking at things from the other side now, right? So you might be trying to figure out a compromise, right? Where you could say, okay, I don't want to completely cut ties with these people, but I don't necessarily want to engage in the same activities that they're engaging in, right? So you could really just be trying to figure out, okay, is there a way that we can meet in the middle? All right, in the environment position, we have the High Priestess. So usually I view this as a Pisces energy, and this could just be saying that intuitively you're going to get guidance around what the best way to handle the situation would be. You just have to be tuned into it to do so. All right, in the Hopes or Fears position, we have the Strength card. So yeah, I feel like this is saying that in the context we're talking about for a lot of you, this is going to represent your desire to distance yourself from that thing, right? So like I said, clearly it doesn't have to be drinking for everyone. It wouldn't be mathematically possible that every single Pisces is going through that, but just to use that as an example, right, where like I said, you might feel that desire and that urge to say, oh, okay, you know what, I kind of miss being around those people, and maybe I'll go do it again. But I feel like this is saying that you're hoping that you would be able to hold yourself back from engaging in that again. All right, and in the outcome position, we have the Two of Pentacles. So Capricorn energy here, which represents your house of friendships. I should have mentioned that when we had the Devil card as well. So it could just be one of those things where, like I said, it looks like you're going to spend a lot of the month trying to figure out, okay, yeah, maybe, because you might also understand too, like, hey, it's not that they're bad people, but it's just that I'm at a stage in my life where that type of activity in particular doesn't have the same draw to me that it did at one point, right? So you're like, okay, how can I actually balance maintaining these friendships, but also maintaining my boundaries where I don't necessarily want to engage in those same types of things anymore? So looks like it might be one of those things that's going to take you a while. And I mean, there's going to be the Mercury retrograde energy for basically the first half of September, then the post shadow energy after that. So it makes sense that you'll be reevaluating those types of things, but that's what I see there. Bottom of the deck, we have the Page of Wands. So yeah, to me, this looks like you're just being called to new places, right? You're new spaces, new faces, new places. It's just one of those things where you're trying to step into something new. And like I said, it looks like karmically you are just being nudged in that direction anyway. Moving on to your Four Greens card, we have Always Do Your Best. It says your best is changing all the time. All right, let's see. There we go. It says your best will depend on whether you are refreshed in the morning or tired at night. Your best will be different when you are happy as opposed to upset, or healthy as opposed to sick. Under any circumstances, simply do your best, and you will avoid self-judgment, self-abuse, and regret. So yeah, for sure. Again, like I said, I just used a example of drinking, given that the cups were standing out like that. But whatever the case may be, right? If any bad habit that you're trying to leave behind, right? If you do find yourself, like I said, where maybe you might feel to pull back toward that, might say, you know, try not to be too hard on yourself if you feel that type of pull as well, right? Where it's like, okay, yeah, maybe today you'll feel that, tomorrow you'll be up back on the right path. Like, I'm not even worried about that. I'm not even concerned about doing anything like that, right? So it could just be saying the key is to not be too harsh on yourself if you do feel that pull toward the past in those situations. So hopefully that resonated. For your Wisdom Oracle card, we have 2 to see. There's the artwork, and the number is 7. Okay, essential meanings says being in flow, returning to source, recognizing how pieces fit together, a natural pattern of events. The Oracle's message: isn't it wonderful when you feel yourself in the flow of life, when events and conditions seem to engage you in a way that is fluid and effortless? This card reminds you that going with the flow is exactly what you need to do right now. Ride the wave of opportunity formed by perfect conditions. Allow trust and faith to guide you forward as you flow like a river into the sea of life. So yeah, definitely a positive message there because, like we said, it does look like there's a lot of major arcana cards, for example, so this is going to feel like a significant month of shifts for you guys energetically. The relationship message says there are points in a relationship when you have to decide to go with the flow rather than dictate the course you share with another. Can you let go of the need to have things your way and allow the relationship itself, your combined goals and desires, to steer the ship? Can you both transcend your personalities and allow the partnership to form its own identity, its own energy? Now is the time to relax and see where this mutual journey leads. So interesting message there because I didn't necessarily see an energy of you necessarily being controlling, but let's say for some of you, if that is what you're trying to leave behind, right? Because we see the devil energy in the near future, I'd just be saying that maybe you might feel that pull at a certain point, like, okay, let me try not to get into that dynamic again, and then you might catch yourself with that high priestess energy in the environment position. The prosperity message says everything seems to work out when you stop scrambling and allow the sea of opportunities to wash over you and wake you up to your most prosperous potential. To get into that flow, you need to address your beliefs about abundance and money. The true meaning of your personal currency lies in your skills, your talents and abilities, and most important, your core beliefs. Everything flows from your inner world and is reflected in the outer one. When, grateful to serve, you align with prosperity consciousness with a higher consciousness, you can expect miracles. Everything you need will come to you easily. So, definitely a positive, supportive message there as well. And like we said, it looks like there's definitely an energy of shifts and where you're being just nudged in a new direction. So, hopefully that resonates with you as well. And lastly, we have a mudra for you guys. This is your mudra here. It's the Dhyana mudra. Keyword for it is meditation. Alright, let's see if we can get everything in the frame there. There we go. So if you want to pause it, take a screenshot to read best to say you can, but under benefits says facilitates natural diaphragmatic breathing, aids efficient digestion and assimilation of nutrients, helps the earnest spiritual seeker to embody their original nature by releasing striving and attachment. The gesture gives tangible expressions to what can't be explained in words. So that sounds like a mudra you think would be beneficial for you guys. I will put that in the description below as always. We'll wrap up there and I'll see you guys next month. All right, bye.